Recently, it was announced that the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, has supposedly cut ties with Nintendo and Sega for the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series, in favor of NFTs and esports. If true, this is really sad. Most were expecting to get a new game this year for the Paris Olympics, but now it makes sense why this hasn't happened. I have a lot of memories of this series and played it right from the beginning with the first entry on the Wii, and I remember being shocked seeing a collab between these two after the massive war that they had in the years prior. I loved this series. You could always count on having a fun time and the music being incredible. Plus, I really liked the Tokyo Olympics and wanted another game on the Switch, but unfortunately, it seems like that is never going to happen. But that shouldn't mean we never have another Mario and Sonic crossover game. After the first few Olympic games, I always thought while these games are pretty fun and they should continue doing them, they should also try out another genre. With Nintendo and Sega being much more friendly now and Nintendo being open to working with more developers, using the Mario plus Rabbids series and Cadence of Hyrule as an example, I would love to see more. Imagine we get a Mario and Sonic RPG. The Mario RPGs right now are in a great spot. Fans are happy right now as we've had lots of recent releases and have Brothership on the way. The future for Mario RPGs is looking bright. Recently, we also heard that head of Sonic Team wants to make their first Sonic RPG, as of course Chronicles was handled by a different dev team. I'd still love to see what Sonic Team make by themselves, but one day I would love a Mario and Sonic RPG and think this crossover would work really well if both Nintendo and Sega worked closely on it. And of course both franchises' bread and butter are platformers, so can you imagine if we got a proper Mario and Sonic platformer crossover? This might be a bit more tricky as they both do approach the genre a little differently, and I mean Sonic levels are designed to take into consideration how fast he is, so I don't know how they would really work around this, even if it were to be in 2D. Again, both styles, the physics, everything is just different. Even if they were separate levels, again, it might be a bit tricky, but I'm sure if they really wanted to, they could maybe make it work. But if I were to make a bet, an RPG crossover sounds way more likely, and I am totally on board with that. I can't really think of any other genres I'd want these two to cross over in, to be honest with you. Feel free to leave some of your ideas below, but I just hope to see another crossover again one day that isn't just Smash Bros, because I mean Mario plus Rabbids is still a flipping thing. I love these games to death, don't get me wrong, but if these can happen, anything can happen. Like and subscribe, and rest in peace to the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series. All kidding aside, these games were a massive part of my childhood, and I'm gonna miss them. I flippin' hate NFTs.
Sunrise.